Hello, welcome back to Social Studies. We are finishing up our final theme of geography today. Our theme for geography today is region. We're going to talk a little bit about what region is and why we use that. Why do we have it? In our past lessons this week and last week, we talked about location, place, human-environment interaction. Yesterday, we talked about movement and migration. And like I said, today we're finishing up with region. I'm going to go ahead and read our little passage here. The final theme of geography is region. A region is a basic unit of geography. We define region as an area with unifying characteristics. Some regions are organized based on physical characteristics. These regions share a landform, climate, or bodies of water. Some regions are organized based on human characteristics, such as culture and economics. I'm going to move over to this page that I have set up in Notability. And I want us to first take a look at, I want to add another photo in here for you guys. This photo here. Bring it down. And, oops, I want to make this photo larger for you all. There we go. So I want you to take a look at this photo first. This is regions of the USA, which is the United States. As you can see, there are 5 different regions here. We have the Midwest, West, Southwest, Southeast, and the Northeast. So that is 5 different regions that we break the United States up into. We break these up into, like it said previously, the climate, the landforms of these areas. They are very similar in terms of that. So notice the different areas. Notice how large, for example, the West is compared to the Northeast. If you were to travel to these different regions of the United States, they might look different than where we live. Think about this photo here. Where do we live in these regions? Which region do we live in here? In Michigan. If you said Midwest, you would be correct. We have Michigan right here. It stands out, and we are in yellow. We are part of the Midwest regions. That just means we follow certain characteristics that other states in this area follow. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in this passage here. Above, again, is a map of the United States, and in red we have our Midwest region, which includes Michigan, where we live. So we're going to talk a little bit about this region, what it might look like here. All right, so there are some words up here, and there are some blanks that I need to fill in. So I am going to be filling them in as we go. Keyboard off here, just one second. All right, so I'm going to read, and I want you to pause in between each word to see if you can fill those in on yourself before I give it to you. First one's a little tricky because we only have the to start out with, which the is right here at the beginning. But if I continue reading that sentence, it'll help me fill in those missing blanks. So it says the blank blank. Ooh, that tells me it's going to be 2 words. I see up top, see 3 options that have 2 words. So I already narrowed it down to at least one of those sections here. So the blank blank of the United States is the central location of the country. So I could fill in those blanks, the Great Plains, the Great Lakes, or the Midwest region. For this one, I just have to see what sounds the best. Pause the video and see if you can figure it out. The correct answer here is Midwestern region. I'm going to cross that one off. So the Midwestern region of the United States is the central location of the country. So if I look here, it is pretty center within our United States. I'm going to keep reading. This area is often traveled through because it is easy to reach other areas through this area. Much of the land to the west of Illinois consists of blank blank area. Ooh. So I'm going to think about Illinois and everything west. So I'm looking about over here. So in this areas over here, everything west. West, remember if we're looking at a map, that's my key, my compass rose we talked about. So everything west is going this way, west of Illinois. Everything consists of either Great Lakes, because it's another 2 words, or Great Plains are my 2 options. So in that area up top, am I looking at Great Plains? And Great Plains are kind of grassy, low-lying areas. Or do I see my Great Lakes? Pause the video if you need a second to think about that. Well, we know my Great Lakes are in this area right here. That's going to be where my Great Lakes are. So I know that's not my correct answer. I can fill in Great Plains here. And again, Great Plains are kind of low, flat-laying areas with lots of grassland. Means not a lot of hills. I'm going to keep reading. This area is atop a large blank, which is a flat area with high elevation. Now there might be a word up here that you don't know, so I'm going to read through all of them. We have plateau, bison, Chicago, Detroit. I'm going to fill these in and see if you can figure out which one fits best. This area is atop a large plateau. It's atop a large bison. This area is atop a large Chicago, or this area is atop a large Detroit. Pause the video if you need more time to think about it. The correct answer is, oops, my pen just went out just a second. There we go. Sorry, 1 second. Plateau. So atop a large plateau, and this is a flat area with high elevation. So like I said, it's kind of grassy, not a lot of hills going on here, and that is our plateau. A plateau looks like a mountain without a peak. Blank love to roam through the prairies on the plain to graze on the beautiful grass available there. What is our only option for an animal in our list above? Bison. Bison, another name for bison is buffalo. We have a picture of a bison or a buffalo right up here. This area is also great farmland, and much of the country's grains and produce are grown here. Also in this area are a few of the country's largest cities. Blank is the largest city in the United States. This one might be tricky. We're going to be looking at 2 cities up here, either Chicago or Detroit. Which city do you think is bigger, Chicago or Detroit? Bigger city is, I should capitalize that better, Chicago. Chicago is bigger than Detroit. It is the 3rd largest city in the U.S. But another city that we just talked about is Detroit. Detroit is another large city in the area. It is well known for the production of automobiles that happen there. Production of automobiles. This region is also known for the beautiful blank. What are we known for here in Michigan? We have several of these. You might go swimming in them in the summer. This would be Great Lakes. Our beautiful Great Lakes that surround Michigan. These beautiful Great Lakes are, and I could have written lakes down here, but that's okay, that are found in the northern part of the region. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake in the world. Lake Michigan is the largest lake found within one country. This region has diverse land, weather, and people. So that is just a little bit about our Midwest region is what we call it here. So I'm going to erase up top. Oops, there we go. So our Midwest region up top here. This is what Michigan is a part of, our Midwest. If we come down here again, you can see that we are in that same section here, the Midwest region of the United States, but there are 4 other ones that are around the United States that just we're not a part of in Michigan. All right, you are going to be completing this next activity here. You are going to be completing this word search. Do your best on it. I know there may be some that are hard to find. If you come across a word that has 2 words in it, like South Dakota, I'm going to actually give you that hint, or North Dakota. I'm going to highlight here. There is no space, so it is just North Dakota. Remember, our word searches can go diagonal, they can go up and down, side to side. You will have to figure out where these words are located. So I'll give you another example here. Let me see if I can find it. I want to give you a diagonal one or an up or down one. That one's a little more tricky to draw, but that is actually the only diagonal one that you will have. The rest of your words will be side to side, like this one was up here, or they will be up and down like that. So you can go through and find these words. There are none that are backwards. All right, use your key. So when you're done, I recommend crossing off a word. I just found North Dakota and I found Illinois, so I can cross those off. Like I said, just do your best to find these. If you have any questions, reach out to your teachers. Bye, guys.